Hello again, everyone. Age of Dune here, and we're back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. This is going to be the entire team again, not going to be a single player. Last game, of course, was the single player, so I wanted to go and continue with the alternating between them. So this one's got a couple of LCS players in it. Dog here is actually Pobelter. We've got a couple of off-specs, and that's actually why I decided to cast this game. Two people here actually playing on their off-lane roles. We've got Dyrus, who is carry play Smurf. He's going to be doing ADC as Caitlyn this game. And Zion Spartan, who as you know is a top laner. Both of them actually are top laners. Zion Spartan is going to be playing the Blitzcrank this time. Blitzcrank. Going to be doing support, of course. So I decided that would be kind of funny. See a couple top laners do a little bit of off-roll. And see how that ended up turning out. Also the fact that it's got Pobelter in it. Always good too, right? Heyo. Can he see? Oh, right. Because lol king. Okay, let's try this again. Hate how that happens. I don't know why. Okay, so there they are. There's blue. Oh. Apparently they're going for this already. Missed it. Didn't end up doing it. No. The Gnar never actually did see them. So so it's good to know. He did go ahead and come on down here to ward this up to see if they're starting here though. So that's probably a good bit of information for him. Because it does allow him to know exactly when the enemy jungler is going to be coming towards him. If he doesn't start here at the Toad, it means that he's going to be starting down here more likely. Which means that the end of his jungle will end up top. So it's likely, though not 100% certain, that he'll probably end up coming for a gank up top. In this case, though, not going to happen. Looks like the Udyr is actually starting over here. That's a very interesting effect. Going to be starting over here, going to get picked up by that ward, and amusingly enough, does not have any help from his allies. So that kind of sucks for him. Anyway, though, we've got C9 Solo playing as Gnar top lane. I'm not actually sure who that is. I don't know if it's a Ball's secondary account or... Ooh, let me see that. He's going to come over here for some harass, though, is what he is. Is he going to get it, though? I don't think so. I find it very unlikely. Nope, doesn't get it. Got pretty close, though. Udyr almost lost that one, but it was not quite enough. But yeah, I don't know if it is a alt account or something, but either way, C9 Solo, it might just be one of their challenger team people. I'm not altogether certain. Not sure what was up with that ping. Anyway, though, he's against Alorim, who is going to be playing the Wukong here. Down in the mid lane, we do have, as mentioned before, Dog, who is Pobelter, playing as Lux. Going to be against the Wolf's Claw, playing as Azir. Bit of a unpleasant thing, I think, for her. Could be wrong, though. I've never actually seen a decent amount of harass on him there. Wow, actually got a lot in on him there. Alright, so down to the bot lane. Support Nautilus. Alright, we've got Draven, played by Neko, gonna be against carry play Smurf, who is, like I said earlier, Dyrus, playing as Caitlyn, and only a little behind the Draven at the moment, and actually chunking them down pretty hard. Definitely ahead of him in health, and slightly behind him in CS. So that's not too bad. The supports, as mentioned before, we do have Zion Spartan playing as the Blitzcrank, gonna be against the Nautilus, played by Stuntopia. Stuntopia? I'm not sure if it's Stuntopia or probably Stuntopia, because that actually makes sense, where Stuntopia does not. Alright, so we do have the Udyr here, Fairy Tale, playing Udyr, as mentioned. He's going in now. Gonna come across the Nautilus right there, comes around from behind him. Not really gonna get any help here, though. They aren't able to do anything. Zion Spartan on his way up to possibly grabs a minion, and that's a GG. Steps on a trap, too. That's very bad for him. Dyrus could have got a couple shots off there, at the very least. Maybe even a Q. Doesn't end up happening, though. He's going to be fine. finally, we've got NME Trashy playing as the Kha'Zix for the red team. So, alright. Neko again taking that harass to the face. He's getting bullied pretty hard. Looks like the Kha'Zix is coming along here. Gonna go in onto the Wukong. In goes Wukong, though, forces the flash out of Gnar. Not enough to do it, though. The Ignite was actually able to take Gnar down. And unfortunately, all that gank did was force Wukong to go in hardcore to take down the Gnar before it was too late. And he did. He definitely did just that. Very nicely done. And honestly, down here in the bot lane, you can't really say you're too surprised with what's going on here with Dyrus being able to zone. Because he's Caitlyn. Caitlyn has a huge range. Draven? Draven doesn't. Draven is definitely in a really bad position when it comes to actually, you know, getting harassed and everything. Now, he can go in hardcore on Caitlyn. If he does end up going in, then he's gonna come out ahead in damage. And we may see that soon. Nice flash from Dyrus. The Chilling Smite comes out, not really gonna matter too much. She puts down her trap, and Nautilus is trying to get out. He gets stunned up, though. Not gonna end up happening. Ignite goes off onto carry play. Smurf gets grabbed and popped up as well. Another auto attack is gonna finish her off. Oh, just kidding, it's not. She actually goes down, but she gets the kill onto Draven as well. So that's a 1-for-1 there. And we have Kha'Zix on the way down. If these guys don't watch out, he could take them both out. He's going for it. They're both really low. They're about to have a really tough time. They're in that bush. He's going in. The stun comes out from Udyr, getting him out of it, but Blitzcrank probably going to go down. Both flashes blown by them. He blew his flash as well, but he did get the kill for it, so probably worth it for him. Gnar, in the meantime, up here, taking lots of damage again from Wukong. Wukong's been really bullying this guy. Lots of bullying going on this game. Lots of bullying going on. And now Little Gnar is up, and he's forced to kind of run away a little bit here because Wukong could probably burst him down almost instantly. Mega Gnar is not up for quite some time, so he's got to be very careful indeed. Not much happened to mid lane. They're actually exactly even on CS, although Pobelter's about to catch up and pass the Wolf's Call there. So that's good news for him. He's slightly ahead of Azir, but not a ton. Blitzcrank coming in for the gank, though. Azir trying to get out. Will he, though? I don't know. In goes that speed boost, and the pull not going to land. Not going to land at all. No go for Zion Spartan. The binding from Pobelter also misses, and both of them just kind of forced to walk away in shame. Oh, there we go. Mega Gnar coming up soon. Rawr. Yeah. Obviously, Wukong gonna be intelligent about it. Not gonna get anywhere near when that's going on. That is not a good time. Ooh, watch out, Draven. Kha'Zix can see you. You are isolated right now. Is Kha'Zix gonna go for this? He is. Out comes the pull from Nautilus. In goes Kha'Zix. Draven gets exhausted, and he's gonna go down to this. Yeah, I saw that coming. And actually, Dyrus ended up getting the kill there. Was able to react just in time to secure the kill. So great news there for the red team. Really unfortunate for Draven. I'm not sure where exactly he thought he was going, because he walked up here and then came right back down again. And unfortunately for him, he met a waiting Nautilus and Kha'Zix. We're able to burst him down quite quickly so the Caitlyn could come in with an auto attack and secure the final kill. Again, Wukong going hard on the Gnar. Hurting him a lot every time he goes in. But of course it is Gnar. So late game, it's going to be a terror anyway. Because Gnar is always scary. Almost always anyway. Almost always scary. We've seen a few times that it has not done so well. But most of the time, he just utterly dominates. There we go. Mega Gnar comes out. Gonna get all that CS. Throws a house. And just kind of goes on his way. Actually, I'm not sure if it's a house in this skin. I seem to remember it being something other than a house. But I could definitely be wrong. Anyway, though, we are back to the mid lane for now. Looks like Zion Spartan wanted to come in for another gank here for Pobelter. See if it ends up actually going through this time. Last time it did not go so well at all for him. There we go. DeWolf's Claw feeling very safe, but he's slowly being convinced to come out a little bit here. And of course, that's one thing about Azir. He can go ahead and CS from a range. He's very safe because he has such a huge range. but he is actually shoving this. There we go. In comes Blitzcrank. The binding did not end up hitting. In fact, I don't even think it was cast. And again, that pull misses. And Azir did a lot of damage to Blitzcrank in revenge. Didn't get anything out of it from the blue team. Nothing at all. Zion Spartan headed down bot, and Nekko's actually pushed pretty much to the tower here. He's having to play very cautious. Does not want to get engaged by the Nautilus and Caitlyn. He can get pulled. There we go. Gets pulled into the trap. And Zion Spartan getting chunked. The ultimate comes out onto Draven. He's getting hit hard. On the other hand, though, Dyrus is really strong. Gonna go down. And it's Draven. Draven's really tough. And they're actually going to be able to turn this around onto the Nautilus. Uses his Q to get out of that, but gets pulled in by Zion, and he's gonna go down. Yeah, that's one thing, like I said, if they go in a one-on-one fight, Caitlyn's gonna come out behind early game. She is not nearly as strong as Draven is, but in the late game, she does end up surpassing him. And of course, she does have that bonus of having the extra range. In goes this gank onto Wukong. Flashes over the wall. Kha'Zix jumps over. Wukong is dead. I think he was hoping there for Gnar to come in range so he could go ahead and attack to him, but it did not end up happening. Nice gank coming there from the Kha'Zix. A good bait as well from the Gnar, pulling him into that bush. Kha'Zix going in, gets the kill onto Pobelter, and gets pulled out immediately by Blitzcrank. He's going to be able to get out of this. It looks like they're going to be able to take Zion down. Oh, the flash, but of course it's Kha'Zix, jumps over the wall, kills him, and gets the heck out of there. Nicely done on their part, though. A little unfortunate, of course, for the Blitzcrank, as he ended up pulling just after Kha'Zix ended up finishing off the Lux. You definitely want to get it before he finishes off your mid, but in this case, didn't happen. Didn't happen. It was too late. Ah, well. Dyrus down here doing work on the tower. It's down to about a quarter health. I don't think he'll be able to... I don't know if he'll be able to finish it. I don't think he will. I think it's going to get really close to me. Yeah, he is going to go ahead and back off here. It was only a couple shots away, but you don't want to risk that against Draven. Caitlyn would lose. Caitlyn would lose. We do have the Blitzcrank coming on as well. Was picked up by that ward, and he's still going for it a little bit here. Not going to end up going in. Oh, lands the pull, though. Pulls him out, pops him up, does a lot of damage. But, oh, in goes the Draven, and the final auto attack ends up finishing him off. That really sucks for Dyrus. Kind of surprised they haven't finished off that ward, but whatever. Nicely done by Draven, getting the heck in there and just destroying Dyrus before he really had a chance to react. He did use a splash, which means he's very vulnerable to ganks now, but honestly, I don't... That went really well. Pull comes out, finally lands on the Azir, also gets bound by the Lux, and he finally goes down. That is his first death of the game. And a good sign all around for Zion, as he's been trying to do that for so long. Finally manages to go ahead and do it. In the meantime, though, the Draven did go ahead and answer with a tower kill down bottom, but the blue team is turning around and re-answering with a tower kill of their own in the mid lane. Will Gnar turn it around yet again? I don't know. I think he will, actually. I think it's going to be another tower down here in the favor of the red team. He may end up going down for it, but I highly doubt it. One more auto attack's going to finish off this tower, and there we go. Down it goes. Wukong not able to get there in time. And then it looks like Gnar setting up to go ahead and go into Mega Gnar form. He's just about there. But of course you are going to see the Wukong go ahead and get the heck out. Bounce comes out though from Gnar. In goes the Kha'Zix as well. Wukong gets shoved against the wall, but hey yo, that's a Zion and a Kha'Zix there. Wukong ult able to go ahead and finish off the Kha'Zix, and it was Udyr as well. In comes Nautilus, lands the knockup on Bolt. The house comes out, or Boulder, yeah, house. House comes out there. In goes Mini Gnar now. And that's in a really unpleasant position to be in. But Zion Spartan does end up going down. Dog, Pobelter still hanging around, wanting to go for something here. Not really going to have too much happen. Meantime, down bottom, Caitlyn going for that tower, getting engaged on by Draven as well. And looks like he does actually barely end up escaping that. Teleport coming out onto Draven on this minion. Gnar goes in, Draven runs the heck away. And will C9 Solo be able to do this? No, misses the boomerang. Draven's gonna get out of this, and Lux was there to answer in case he actually did get engaged on. So it was a good attempt there by C9 Solo. It just didn't end up paying off for him this time. I definitely do not blame him for the attempt, though, because that actually would have went really well for them. Looks like red team pinging this top tower says, hey, be careful, or I need to go there. I'm not altogether certain which one. Might have been somebody saying, hey, Dyrus, go on over there and go get that fawn. I really don't know. One thing about it, you can never really tell what kind of a ping it is. You just see the ping, which is always very unfortunate. Looks like Dyrus is headed up there, though, so that might actually have been what it is. Wukong attacking the tower should actually be able to get it because nobody is on their way up there. You Meganar? He was Meganar. He just turned back into Mininar. Looks like we have a bit of an engage here. Zion Spartan misses his grab. He's gonna get burst down again. And three man, no, it was 4-man of the red team gonna go for this tower. Not really. They're shoving it forward, making the CS crash against the tower. But of course, Lux has that massive wave clear, so she's going to be okay. Out comes her ulti, hits the heck out of Dyrus, but Dyrus is, of course, going to be okay. It does, however, force this red team back, so they're not going to be able to get that tower quite yet. Towers are going to stay tied for now at 2-2. On the top lane, though, we do have Gnar going off and reshoving this top lane. Gonna be turning into Meganar again. Out he comes. Gonna go for the pink board, maybe? I don't know, but he's about to get ganked. Here we go. In comes the Udyr, and of course he did have that ward, so he knew that Udyr was coming. There you go. He knew something was up as soon as the Gnar took off the second that it showed up. Oh man, Gnar getting engaged on that. Went back in a little bit too far there. Blitzcrank comes in, and now Gnar has to try to get out, but I can't see it happening. He's gonna end up going down here. Chilling Smite comes out, and the pull followed by the monkey ends up finishing him off. I don't really understand why he decided to go back in there. I guess, you know, obviously he didn't see Blitzcrank, but I guess he thought that he was actually going to be able to get out safely without Udyr. Had it not been for Blitzcrank, I guess he probably would have, but I really don't know. I don't know, man. Blitzcrank lands the pull there. The heal gets popped. Does not end up saving the Azir, though. And that is another kill for Zion. In comes Kha'Zix. The pull from Nautilus lands onto Blitzcrank. The pop-up as well. Zion is going down to Kha'Zix. Lots of kills this game. Lots of kills this game, which is kind of great. Dyrus sitting here pretty at 131 CS to 98 from Draven. Nice dodge. Now just has to stay away from the Udyr. Not really going to be too big of an issue. And gets a single shot off on him. And they immediately plant the ward that he just got rid of. Whatever, bro. I don't need that. So up in the top lane, they're actually letting this shove for a time. Kind of surprised there. It may actually end up resulting in a double wave, though, pretty soon. Because I think... yeah, actually, this should result in a bigger than normal wave here. So I can definitely see why they did that. It should actually get here soon before it. There we go. It will. It will. So yeah, this wave gonna end up shoving for the red team here. That's one thing that I'm definitely weak on is the actual creep management. And obviously they're not because they timed that perfectly. They got out of there at the exact state so that their wave would end up forming a huge wave. And that's exactly what happened. It's going to end up growing very quickly here. There you go. Pull again, misses from Spartan, Zion Spartan. And both teams hanging around here in the mid lane. They're going for it. Udyr takes a little bit of damage. It looks like the red team wants that dragon, though. Out comes the blue trinket from, I believe, the blue team, but I'm not 100% certain there. Actually, yes, I am now, because Kha'Zix had vision on him. So there we go. They are going for this dragon. It is melting fast. They're going to be able to get it. And Caitlyn, in the meantime, is in the mid lane. Gets pulled. He's going to go down. Sorry, Dyrus. Pretty rough time there. But now the rest of the red team is coming in. Out comes that Nautilus ulti. In they go on Udyr. Udyr not quite dead yet. Not quite dead yet. The Wukong goes in. And the Kha'Zix goes down to him. Zion Spartan able to secure the Azir as well. Now Nautilus and Gnar are both on the run here. Gonna be able to get out. Nautilus thanks to his Q there. And of course Udyr. Wow. Gnar, thanks to the fact that he can, of course, slow things down and just calmly walk away. All in all, Dragon for 3 people dead, it's kind of iffy. It's definitely iffy. Really, I feel like the red team shouldn't have engaged there. They know that Dyrus was already dead, and they know that there's no way they're going to come out ahead in that fight. There really wasn't. I guess they thought they'd be able to because they almost burst Udyr down. But it's Udyr. Come on, guys, it's Udyr. So they went ahead, they went in 4 versus 5, and they paid the price for it. Ended up losing 2 people. Wukong up there to go ahead and counter this wave. Lots of CS for him. Always a good feeling when you get the CS. I always hate to see it clear, though. I don't know, I just have a thing, I really enjoy seeing the huge waves crash against the towers. It's always really cool to see. And, unfortunately, when you got stuff like that, it's gonna make sure I don't get to see that. It makes me sad. But such is life. Such is life. Down here, Dyrus just farming up again. He is still about 30 CS up on Draven. And that's not something you want to see as Draven. Caitlyn's scale's way better for the late game. So he's already got his Infinity Edge, and it looks like he's probably working on the Static Shiv. Out comes the Zeal from Draven, and we'll see what Dyrus ends up getting. He's currently at 766 gold. Probably not going to head back quite yet, but getting there. That is ridiculous. That range, man, that range. Able to attack from there all the way down to there. That's craziness. Kind of awesome, though. Alright, Gnar shoved this top lane back again. They're doing really good with wave control. They're keeping most lanes shoved towards the blue team. They've been keeping it that way the whole time. Outside, there's usually like 1 lane that's shoving and then 2 lanes shoving for them. So they've been doing really well at it so far. Looks like Blitzcrank wanting to go in on the Azir, but down here, Udyr's getting engaged on, as is Wukong. Kha'Zix is trying his best to finish them off. Ooh, it does not end up hitting, but the flash from Wukong is forced. Udyr trying his best to get out. Dodges the spikes. Out comes the Draven ulti, not going to matter too much. And they're still going for him. He gets shielded up, gets slowed though by the Gnar. Gnar is still going in with him. The rest of his team just ditched. They all said, whatever, dude. We're going for blue buff. That's more important to us. Just kidding. They were actually going for Draven. They did get Draven, but Gnar died. He was not paying attention to the fact that his team didn't care about him anymore. They just, whatever. You go do your thing, man. You go do your thing. And he did, and he paid for it. Pretty unfortunate there for him. But it was a 1-for-1, so I mean, overall, doesn't really matter that much. And I believe, just based on what I saw right after that, I saw somebody else super low on health, so I have a feeling that had they not done that, Draven would have killed somebody anyway. So, when you look at it that way, it ends up being okay. Still feels pretty bad, though, to be the Gnar and have your team just leave while you're in the middle of a chase. Pretty rough, but it's the way it goes sometimes. And they did save Dyrus. I think it was Dyrus that was low from the Draven. They saved somebody. They took down the enemy ADC. Really, overall, that's pretty good. They're going in on the Wukong now. And he's trying to take down the Kha'Zix. Does actually take down the Kha'Zix. Gnar is trying to chase him down. In comes the Udyr. Lands the stun onto Gnar. In they go. Throws the house, doesn't land, but the hook from Nautilus does. Down goes the Wukong. Gnars them into the wall there. Both of them get stunned. In comes the Lux as well. Zion Spartan slowly melting. Azir doing lots of damage. Out comes his ult, keeping them the heck away from him. But they are able to finish off Nautilus. Now they are on the chase for him. He's able to jump to a soldier. Out comes that Draven ult, does a lot of damage. Blitzcrank jumps, pops up. Gonna be able to pull very quickly. Nice dodge, but it's not gonna be good enough. He's gonna end up going down. Zion Spartan goes down though. Dyrus ends up going down as well, thanks to the Draven. And all in all, that fight went really bad for the red team. But Udyr's hanging around this tower. If he doesn't watch out, Kha'Zix, no, not gonna happen. Kha'Zix could have jumped in had he stuck around, but of course, by this point in the game, or by this point in their career, they're gonna get pretty good at knowing when to run away. Except they are in this bush. In goes the Kha'Zix, gets stunned up and uses his ult. Gonna try to finish off the Draven. Does not end up happening. He ends up going down. Thought for sure his ult would be able to save him. It didn't. Didn't even delay them long enough that he could go ahead and finish anybody off. Down he goes. Bit unfortunate there for him. Had he had a ward in the bush, he could have known exactly what was going on, and he probably would have got the jump on him. But unfortunately for him, there was no ward in the bush, so he just got a face checked in, which is not something you want to do. Not at all. But it looks like the dragon is spawning soon. We see the red team making moves to go ahead and get vision control over here. Nautilus engaged onto the little cute little guy here, and then promptly rocked away. So they can go ahead and go for a monkey, it looks like. Monkey says, nah, I'm out. I'm out! They're going to pick up the Gnar going into that bush, though he's on his way up. Not going to go for this yet. And there we go. Out comes the blue team now making moves towards vision control here for the dragon. In goes Wukong onto Gnar. And got to watch out, though, because Kha'Zix is there. Draven's able to finish off the Azir over here. And Gnar, of course, not really in too big of trouble. Dyrus is up top, and apparently somebody doesn't like it. Saying, what the heck, Dyrus? But no, he's shoving his lane. He's good. He's good. Dragon goes down. By this point in the game, there's really nothing that they could have done anyway, thanks to Azir already being dead. So, really, split pushing, probably the best move for Dyrus. Also goes ahead, grabs up the Toad. Now he heads back just in time to defend this. Unfortunately, they are going to lose this bot tower, so I guess that's probably why they're not too happy with Dyrus for the moment. But you know what? Azir got caught out. That's the way it goes sometimes. Ooh, the house lands. Out comes the Nautilus ulti onto Draven. Also pops up the Wukong. In goes Dyrus. Down goes the Draven. But Dyrus goes down to the Wukong. But Wukong goes down to the Azir. In comes Lux. Manages to finish off the Gnar and the Azir. And all of a sudden, the red team is yet again on the run. That fight looked for sure like it was going in the red team's favor. And then all of a sudden, in comes Lux. And that ulti just destroys people. And it did. Gotta watch out, dude. It's like he's wanting to go in on this, though. Wanting to possibly go for the Lux. There we go. He's gonna jump in. The grab lands onto Blitzcrank, who actually pulls the Kha'Zix. And yeah, Pole Vaulter's like, you die now. Question is, does he? The answer is yes. Yes, he does. And Nautilus also died there to Lux. The Ignite actually finished him off from Blitzcrank. It was not Lux's Ignite. Did she just assassinate a single minion? I'm pretty sure Pobelter just assassinated a single minion. Man, it sucks to be that minion. Alright, on the plus side for Pobelter, though, he did go ahead and finish off the Azir, who came out to get him. And now Gnar's about to turn. Is he going to get it in time? He does. Right? There we go. Out comes that Gnar. Gnar actually doesn't really do too much. Triple kill comes out there from Pobelter. He took that a little bit too long. I think he was stunned up for a while, and that ended up being the death of him there. Surrender mode just failed there for the red team. They're like, nope, not going to surrender quite yet. Not yet. That minion assassination, man, that was dirty, Pobelter. It was kind of funny. I'm not actually sure what the point of it was. I think he was thinking about, you know, if people were walking through there, it was a good chance to go ahead and do a lot of damage. Those guys almost died again. Get a lot of damage in, and then possibly follow it through with the Draven ultis we just saw there. But unfortunately, it didn't end up happening. Down goes the Nautilus, but Draven goes down as well to Azir. And in goes Wukong, going to be able to finish off the Azir. Kha'Zix goes in, finishes off Lux, but now he's on the run. Gonna jump over, fails. Actually ends up going down to the Azir in mid-jump. Gnar trying to kite away the Wukong. Turns into Mega Gnar. He's gonna be able to survive this. Oh, just kidding. Blitzcrank goes in, pops him up. Oh, we're back to yes, he's gonna be able to survive this. And yeah, amazing. I actually thought for sure he was dead there like 3 times. Nope, he survives. He's doing his best, but he's about to turn into Mini Gnar. That's a good time to run away, bro. Gnar's the Wukong back. Also, just barely, narrowly avoids getting hit by that Blitzcrank, who then goes in on Gnar. Gnar, you better watch out. In comes the Azir, though, going for the Wukong. Wukong goes into stealthy mode. And, oh, the Azir ulti going for the Wukong. Wukong gonna go down to the Kha'Zix, gets that shutdown. And Gnar is down here just taunting Blitzcrank, who's actually taunting right back. But yeah, they ended up clearing out most of that blue wave, and they go on to Zion Spartan. Gnar comes out, lands the slow. The house has hit, and they are going for this. Draven's here, though. You gotta watch out. The pull comes out onto Kha'Zix, pulls him in, and Draven finishes him off. Out comes that Lux ulti. Kha'Zix went down. Gnar jumps over the wall, gonna try to get out. I can't see it happening, though. Gets pulled by Zion, and not gonna be able to finish him off. No. Ends up going down to Pobelter again. Caitlyn was able to finish off the Draven, however, so that's definitely good news for them. Definitely good news for them. Not good enough news. I mean, they're still way the heck behind. They're still half the kills, but it's a start, right? It's a start. Dyrus does have his Static Shiv Infinity Edge now, so that's a good thing as well as Last Whisper. So, I mean, he is actually pretty fat. He's 486 and 226 CS versus 1168 with 151. So Draven definitely ahead in money, I would say, but Dyrus has actually been doing better when it comes to farming. Like, I suppose you could look at it that Draven here has been doing a little bit better at farming champions. Yeah, that's definitely what he's been doing. And unfortunately for the red team, their map control that I mentioned earlier, their lane control, it's completely fallen off now. The blue team has been consistently keeping lanes shoved towards them. This bot lane is an exception. And oh, another bait comes in. Udyr says hello, and Kha'Zix backs off. Wukong wanting to go for Dyrus. Goes for the Kha'Zix instead. Almost kills him in that tiny little bit. And the Lux gets the cleanup there with the ult. Also gets the Azir, who apparently was way the heck out here. And now they are going for that tower. Caitlyn and Nautilus in a really unpleasant position here. Gets hit by that Draven ulti and finished off by Pobelter. Pull comes out onto Dyrus. That's going to be GG. Gnar is down bottom, just shoving that. But unfortunately for him, the game is lost. What's a fallback thing? Oh, apparently they want to farm champions some more here. Like, yeah, let's not end it yet. Let's just farm champions. Or are they just going to let the minions end it? I don't think they have a choice. I'm pretty sure the minions... Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty. Another kill comes out there. Blitzcrank pull does not end up landing. And there we go. They're going to go for the Nexus now. Nope, they're not. They're just sitting around here wanting to... Yep, another kill goes down for Draven this time. Azir goes down. Gnar shoving down bottom again. Not enough to finish it off. Down goes the Nexus. That is a victory for the blue team, and that's going to be the end of this game. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.